Yeah.
So money does buy happiness?
I've been broke. I've been homeless. I've been a lot of things that most people don't want to be. Most things that most people don't want to be. And I've been rich as fuck. I'll take rich as fuck every time.
Yeah. I agree.
They told you money doesn't buy happiness, but I'm here to tell you they lied. And if you ever been broke, you already know why, okay? This woman used to be a social worker, making $2,500 a month. Today, she's making well over $100,000 a month and has touched $4 million in her business. And she said it's straight that $4 million allowed her to heal. Let's talk about it. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, and I will be back shortly.
In so many ways, money buys happiness, especially for Black women, women of color. I used to be a social worker making $2,500 a month. Now I make $100K a month in my business. And money has healed so many things for me. It's healed my inner child. Like, I'm literally going to ballet classes this afternoon just for the heck of it because I have the extra money and time. And it also healed my chronic illness. I was diagnosed with a chronic autoimmune issue that I was in daily pain for 2.5 years, and my health insurance would not cover any of the things that I needed. Thank God I make my own money, and I was able just to afford everything out of pocket. And I'm talking acupuncture, I'm talking private doctors where I had to get all this lab work done every single month that cost thousands of dollars. And I was always saying to myself, there would be no way that I could have the time to go to all of these medical appointments during the day if I was still working a 9-to-5 job, let alone afford it, let alone. So money buys happiness, money buys healing, money buys safety, money buys so many things, especially for marginalized communities.
Rich as fuck, and my money buys me my happiness. People love to say money doesn't matter. It does. That's exactly why you stay broke. The truth is, money buys options, buys space, money buys time, buys you the right to think clearly. You think you're anxious because you need a fucking therapist, you don't. You need money. It's because your rent is late. Anxious because you can't make your car payment. Think you're confused about your life's purpose. No, you're just underpaid, obviously overworked. I've been poor and I've been rich. I'll tell you right now, rich isn't easier, it's lighter. Because when you're paid, you can focus. You say no, you can breathe. I think having so much money is evil. No, it's a multiplier. If you're a good person, it amplifies you. If you're lost, it'll expose you. You have to stop pretending money doesn't matter because it very much so does. If it didn't, why are you here? Why are you watching? You have to get serious about getting paid. This peace does not start in your mind. Friend, it starts in your bank account.
If you're financially struggling and you've been told money doesn't buy happiness, I am here to tell you that it absolutely fucking does. I've been poor as fuck, kicked out of my parents' house at 18, dropped out of college, started working as a fast food manager. I did that for years. I literally almost got evicted multiple times. I almost got my car repossessed multiple times. I was not okay. And yeah, of course, buying a new purse isn't gonna fucking cure your depression, but I don't think that's what anyone is talking about when they're talking about money. Yeah, if you fucking hate yourself, I'm sure that's really not gonna change no matter how many commas are in your bank account. But there is something to be said about having your basic needs met and it being a direct fucking correlation to your mental health. Do not let anyone, especially a fucking rich person, gaslight you into thinking that that's not true. I'm not even rich right now, okay? Let me make that so abundantly clear. I still live at home, but because of that, I have a disposable income and savings now. Here's a perfect example, okay? I just got robbed this past weekend, and this is not the first time this has happened to me, but it's the first time that I've had the money to deal with it. And the first time it happened, it sucked so fucking bad because I did not have the money to replace the shit they stole, and it straight up made me depressed for a week. But this time, yeah, I was so pissed off, and it is so inconveniencing when someone smashes your window in and steals your stuff, but I had it dealt with and fixed in 36 hours. Not only did I fix it, bitch, I used it as an opportunity to get my windows tinted because I've been wanting them tinted ever since that stalker pulled up to my house, and I was like, well, if I'm taking it to get my window replaced, I might as well get them tinted. And that does indeed make me very happy. Yes, it does. Obviously, I still struggle with depression. I still struggle with mental health issues. It's not gonna immediately cure all your problems, but literally when you don't have to worry about your basic needs being met, it is so much easier to deal with said mental health problems. This isn't me trying to brag about my money at all. I still live at home, okay? Clearly, I still have work to do. But as someone who used to get told money doesn't buy happiness when I literally couldn't afford groceries for the week, I just had to hop up on here and validate y'all and tell you that, people that tell you that are fucking insane. Not you.
I'm going to quickly explain why money does buy happiness. I'm going to separate this into two parts. What makes me happy and what makes me angry. Okay, what makes me happy? A few things that make me happy: clothes, food, going out, gifts, new hair, spa day, trying new restaurants, having money, and traveling. having money, all of these things require money. Now, what makes me angry? Not a lot of things make me angry in this world. Not a lot of things. In fact, there's only one thing on this list, and that is being broke and not having money. Now, if we compare and contrast, it is very simple that the common denominator between these two lists, what makes me happy and what makes me angry, is money, but negative and positive. On the what makes me happy list, money could be used to get all of the things that make me happy. On the what makes me angry list, money can also be used to make me not angry. Are we seeing a common denominator here? Okay, let me think of one thing that doesn't require money that makes me happy. I'm coming. Friends, family, all that stuff that you guys know about. Yes, it does make me happy. Spending time with my friends and family. But how many times have you been under financial duress and you're spending time with your friends and family and that's all you can think about? Don't you think spending time with your friends and family would be so much more lucrative if there was some money involved? Very good. Your answer is no. You're lying to yourself. So I hope this lesson helps you.
Well, here's the problem with the whole money doesn't buy happiness narrative. It's usually sold to you by people who already have enough of it to live comfortably. It's easy to say you don't need money to be happy when your bills are paid, your refrigerator is full, your car works, and you can take a vacation whenever you want to. But let's keep it all the way real, girl. If you're stressed because the rent is due, the car payment is due, okay, the kids need some new shoes, you can't afford to fix your tooth, and you're wondering how you're going to feed your kids next week, happiness is not the priority, survival is. This woman's story proves the point. When she was a social worker making $2,500 a month, I guarantee her life was filled with limitations. That's not to knock social work at all, okay, because we need them, okay? But we just saying, that's the acknowledgement that $2,500 a month in today's world barely covers the basics. That the kind of paycheck where one flat tire, one emergency bill, and one doctor's visit throws your entire month into chaos. Come on now, holla if you hear me. You know I'm telling the truth, girl. And now she's making $100,000 a month. She touched $4 million in her business. And she says that $4 million allow her to heal. Think about that. Money didn't just give her more stuff. It gave her time. It gave her access. It gave her space to breathe, to rest, to take care of herself without wondering if taking a day off meant not making rent. Ooh, talk about it, girl. Because listen, this is what money buys. Therapy without waiting on insurance approval. A safe neighborhood. Healthier food that's not filled with processed junk, okay? Doctors that actually listen to you. The ability to leave a toxic relationship because you're not financially trapped. Time to be with your children instead of working 2, 3, 4 jobs just to keep the lights on. We have to stop pretending money is evil, okay? Listen, oh my God, money is not evil, okay? It's a tool. Money is a tool, and in the right hands, it can change your entire quality of life. Now, let me make this clear. Money by itself won't fix your inner wounds. If you're miserable on the inside, money won't magically give you peace. But what it will do is remove the constant stress of survival so you have the mental and emotional energy to work on yourself, girl. That's what this woman means when she says $4 million allowed her to heal. She wasn't saying, oh, I bought a designer bag and now I'm home. That's cute if she did though, okay? Because I would have did the same thing. But she's saying she finally had the freedom to focus on her healing without wondering if she can actually afford it. And that's the part people miss. Money gives you options, girl. And this is what I talk about in my course, girl. I'm trying to tell you, y'all, you're sleeping on my course, okay? Listen, when you are broke, you are forced to make decisions based on what you can afford and not what's actually best for you. When you have money, you can make choices based on what's best for you, period, girl. So yes, money can buy happiness. Yes, because money buys freedom. And freedom is the foundation of joy, girl. Listen, I want you to think about the stress that you have been under when you don't have enough money. We all, listen, we all been there. How much of that stress has been about money by itself? And how much was about the way it limited your choices? You couldn't take the job that you wanted because it didn't pay enough. You couldn't leave the apartment you hated because you couldn't afford to move. You couldn't leave the relationship because you didn't have the means to support yourself alone. Girl, who in here hears me? Because we have all been there in some form or fashion. And if you just so happen to have been blessed with a wealthy family, girl, listen, congrats to you. Because about 99% of the rest of us, listen, we had to struggle to get ourselves out of our situation. But I'm trying to tell y'all, listen, people romanticize the struggle like it's building character. But let me tell you something. Struggle might build resistance, right? But it also builds trauma. And money is one of the fastest ways to remove yourself from unnecessary struggle. And let's be real, the people telling you money doesn't matter usually don't want you to have it, because when you have money, you can't be controlled the same way. You don't have to tolerate the disrespect from a job, a partner, or anyone else because you can walk away. That's called fuck you money, okay? That's called when you got your fuck you money, you be like, look, I got my money. I ain't got to worry about you at this point. I can leave. That's why I encourage every woman watching, listening to me or whatever, learn how to make your own money, girl. Not just enough to get by, just enough to thrive, enough to have options, enough that you can say no to anything that doesn't serve you without worrying about how you'll survive. This woman's story and the others that we have listened to isn't just about income. It is about the identity. She went from living in a space by what she could afford to living in a space where her life is dedicated by what she deserves. That's the power of wealth. So the next time someone tries to shame you for wanting to be rich, remember this: you're not chasing money for vanity. You're chasing it for your freedom, for your safety, for access, for peace of mind, for the ability to take care of yourself and the people that you love. And if someone still wants to argue that money doesn't buy happiness, I would tell them this: poverty doesn't buy happiness either. Okay, period, clock it. At least with money, you get to solve the problems that can be solved with a check, so you can focus on the ones that can't. Okay, this woman went from $2,500 a month to over $100,000 a month. She touched 4 million, and she says it allowed her to heal. That's not just buying happiness, that's buying her whole life back. And I think it's worth every single dollar. I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie The Wolf of Wall Street. I love that movie so much. When he said listen, he's been a poor man, he's been a rich man. He prefer being a rich man every single time, because when he has a problem, he show up in the back of the limo with a $200,000 suit on and a $40,000 watch. Think about it. That right there, I'm like, you know what? All you gotta do is say how much to get this problem away. Money don't solve all the problems, but I'm just saying, like, it definitely help, okay? It's just like air. So my loves, if you are ready to level up your money, your mindset, and your options, that's exactly what I teach in my Rych Mindset Mastery Course. Because the richest version of you, she's not just surviving, she's thriving, healing, and building a life that she loves, okay? And listen, your mindset comes first, all right? I do have another course in mind, but listen, y'all, you got to get your mindset right first. I can't show you about YouTube. I can't show you about making money online. I can't show you about any of those things unless your mindset is right first. You'll get the course and then you'll be like, oh, I can't do it. Well, if you had the Mindset Mastery Course, then you will understand how to master her. Okay, so listen, the link is in the description box below for all those who are ready to thrive. Okay, listen, so become the woman who walks in a room and make people wonder. Secure the bag, protect your peace, girl, and stay rich, Rych Babes. Love you.